Here's to the finest crew in Starfleet.
When it comes to my crew, you won't get any argument from me.
This is a parody. Paramount owns the song.
Welcome to The Greatest Generation. It's a Star Trek podcast by a couple of guys just a little bit embarrassed about having a Star Trek podcast. I'm Adam Pranica.
I'm Ben Harrison.
Those watching along might have noticed what I've just noticed. It looks like we got a different angle.
Oh yeah, I moved my camera once again. I keep moving it around.
You're keeping the door behind you. That's good podcast feng shui, right? Like the door exactly behind your head. Mm-hmm. I'm doing the same thing, see? Door behind me.
That way, if somebody walks in, they can easily catch you podcasting.
Right. Or in my case, I can look at the camera feed and notice whether or not Ripley is having extremely bad diarrhea on her guest room bed.
Oh, bud.
What is it about dogs and diarrhea?
They love it.
They're so furry. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
I mean, the diarrhea is the worst part, but diarrhea on fur, a very close second, I'd say.
It's like getting gum in your hair, you know?
Stinky, stinky gum.
You're just fresh back from a Europe trip after our London live show?
Yeah, I stuck around a little bit afterward and went and had noodles with my wife for a week. It was great.
I imagine you're just cross-eyed with jet lag right now.
I feel weird. I won't say weird, but good. Just weird.
Just weird. Oh.
We'll see, like a seasoned pilot, you know, doesn't even have to think when they operate the controls. Maybe that's like me doing the pod with you. Like, how naturally is this going to come? Let's find out together.
You got so many little miniature liquor bottles in you, but you still know to turn the plane upside down in a situation like this.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, and I'm reaching behind into the galley to fix up my OJ.
Adam, we have a bunch of packages here. What do you say we open some stuff sent in by Friends of DeSoto?
That sounds really nice.
Captain, I'm sorry to disturb you.
I'm receiving a Code 47.
Verify.
It is Code 47, sir. Starfleet emergency frequency.
Captain size only.
Okay, first thing I've got here, and I should say we're doing this also on our YouTube channel if you're just listening, so give that a subscribe. But first thing I've got here is from our buddy Cyrus Farivar out of Oakland, California.
Hasn't Cyrus done enough for us already?
What I feel especially bad about is that I picked this, I feel like I picked this item up from the post office several weeks ago, and I didn't even look at it. I didn't realize Cyrus had sent something in. I should have sent him a text to say thanks again.
No, you just leave him sweating it.
Wondering.
Yeah.
I would say that we have like a Slack channel on the Uxbridge Shimoda corporate Slack for keeping track of stuff being sent in. It's part of how we vet items, and
right.
I'd say that about half the posts are Bill saying you're going to be getting something from this person, and then the other half are Bill going, hey, this person asked if you ever got the thing that they sent, because it's been kind of a long time.
Yeah, people want to know. That's why we do the segment. It means a lot to folks.
Cyrus has wrapped this in a shopping bag from a popular grocery retailer here in California.
Like a school book for an elementary school kid?
I never had to do that.
You never wrapped your books?
I didn't.
That was the law in my school.
Did your school provide the books? And then you're wrapping it to keep it nice for the next person?
Exactly, yeah.
So I had to buy my book, so who gives a shit?
So, like, How I Play Tennis by Rod Laver would, like, you just own that book, and then you'd have to sell it back to the to the school library?
Yeah, school bookstore will buy it back for a tenth of what you paid for it.
What a racket that is.
Yeah, incredible. I'm not seeing a note anywhere.
But you're pretty sure it's from Cyrus, yeah?
It said Cyrus on the outside, and I believe it.
You don't think it's anyone impersonating Cyrus?
If they are, they've gone to the extent of putting Cyrus's real address in Oakland, which is in the same zip code that I grew up in, so.
It's a fake.
It occurs to me that that's not what they call themselves anymore. It's tribute Cyrus's is what they'd be.
What Cyrus has sent is some more treasures from Star Trek past. We have some ASCII art printed out on a dot matrix printer that I think is supposed to be Captain Picard. And maybe that's supposed to be... Is that Spock? Does that read as Spock to you?
Just imagine the nerd that waited for that printer cartridge to go back and forth.
Oh man, this is amazing. There's somebody named Steve Quinn has forwarded these in some. I don't know if this is email, like a very early form of email, or some sort of like internal comm system at like a university. But there's also a list of episode names and titles for Deep Space Nine. I guess this is the first season of Deep Space Nine. I'm guessing it's got the date it aired, the star date, the show title, and a brief synopsis for first season episodes of DS9 on this dot matrix printout.
Is Cyrus just going dumpster diving at colleges who don't get the benefit of great funding? Like colleges that don't have the funding for laser printers, even?
It does kind of seem that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We also have a 1994 Star Trek calendar, TOS calendar to be specific.
Ben, you probably know this off the top of your head. When does the 1994 calendar come back to work again?
Oh,
as a modern calendar? Does that ever happen, or am I just making that up?
My best friend growing up, still one of my best buds, Michael Hoffman's father is a mathematician, and I have a memory of going over to their house and like having dinner with their family one time when I was a kid, and idly wondering about that. Like, do the dates like wind up lining up on the right months the right way again? Like, can you reuse calendars just with shifting the date forward?
It seems like a great question.
His dad, actual mathematician, just like whipped out a notebook and like worked out the algorithm that you would need to apply to figure this out, like from first principles. And it was the most boring dinner conversation I've ever had. You know, idly asking that question backfired in a big way that night.
It was really quite hypnotic.
What a terrible middle you were at the time. So did you get the answer or not?
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, God. Great story.
31 years. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, man. I didn't know that there was an aged Scotty episode. We got to watch that.
How about that guy?
The Deadly Years.
You know what you should do is you should hang this calendar up behind you, like under your little hat rack back there.
Oh, sure.
Really throw some people off.
This calendar includes the birth dates of cast members and Gene Roddenberry, and then some key Jewish and Christian holidays. And like Independence Day and Labor Day.
The bigs.
Yeah.
How do you celebrate Gene Roddenberry's birthday in your home, Ben?
We observe it by fasting.
Oh. I don't think he ever did that.
And then the last thing in this package is more of these sheets for. Remember, somebody sent in this binder of Star Trek trivia. So some great episodes in here. We got All Good Things. We got Doomsday Machine from TOS. City on the Edge of Forever from TOS. That's one we've watched.
Sure is.
The Inner Light. Look at that. Speaking of aged characters.
That's not the picture I would have gone with for that episode. I mean, I would have gone with the one where Picard's playing the flute, but it's some other strange guy's hands working the holes.
Here's one for the D, and this one is a... All right.
Damn. Save that one for later.
I think I will. Thank you, Sarus. Thank you for sending more stuff in. The Bible was plenty. I mean, just writing an article about us was plenty.
I mean, the Bible is more than we deserve, really.
Yeah. This next one came from Lightning Source. Just a commercial shipping label. It doesn't come from a person. And I looked up Lightning Source, and it seems to be a print-on-demand book publisher. So, I'm guessing this is somebody's own book or something like that.
They sent it to the right person.
Oh, it's the 90 prettiest county courthouses in Texas and the 10 ugliest.
Hey, that's a follow-up to a commercial P1 we got a while ago. That's great.
Oh, man. What a delight. Beautiful photography in here.
Damn, is that the centerfold?
These are... I'd say these are all quite pretty. I haven't gotten to the ugly ones yet, I suppose.
Ooh. Check out the backside on that courthouse.
This is great. Kevin Miller, the author and photographer of the 90 prettiest county courthouses in Texas and the 10 ugliest, sent this in. Deeply appreciated. I want to visit all of them. Ooh.
It's only right. I want to use the bathrooms in every one of them.
Yeah. I want to jurisdiction shop an intellectual property case in just the right county courthouse in Texas.
Got to find the right one.
I moved for a change of venue, Adam.
It's fairly unorthodox, but I'll allow it.
This last one is from Josh H. out of Rochester, New Hampshire.
There's a Rochester, New Hampshire, in addition to Rochester, New York?
And it's an N blank state. Like I bet mail gets mixed up all the time.
What a mess.
Just a staggering amount of tape on this box. I opened it up from the right side because the note is right here on top. Dear Ben and Adam, or Adam and Ben, I can't decide. Long-time listener, first time sending a Code 47. Please find enclosed some awesome Star Trek items my great aunt and uncle shared with me. Please share the items to the best of your ability so you can both enjoy everything here. The jacket belonged to my great uncle, and when I visited him this past spring, he gave me the jacket to pass on to another Trekker. She who is my prodigy is too big to fit into it, so she who is my wife and I thought Daron would be perfect to inherit the jacket. Thank you both for the years of entertainment with both pods. We are looking forward to hearing your views on the rest of Season 1 of Enterprise and are really loving Hot Cylon Summer. Josh and Christian from New Hampshire and Transmission. All right. This is Goodie Box is what we've got here.
All right.
We've got a...
Oh, Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Shuttlecraft to Enterprise. Spock here. Happy holidays. Live long and prosper. That's what that button says. Yeah. I hit it 1,000 times as a kid.
a Shuttle Pod Galileo Hallmark keepsake Christmas ornament. Wow, Adam.
One of the best.
I'm surprised that another one of these exists. We have the Marshmelon dispenser from Star Trek V with... seems like maybe working mechanism inside.
Well, I'll be there. A marshmallow.
Look at that mechanism. Wow, I was looking around the studio for mine. I don't think it's on display in my studio museum.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame, Adam. Well,
you know what happened to it, Ben? We took it out on tour. It famously broke.
It really got fucked up, yeah.
It was filled with marshmallow leavings. And I put it in my studio, and the ants got to it.
Oh, no!
Ants all over. And I think I put it outside for the ants to leave, and...
They just carried it away. They were like, this thing's worth like $60 on eBay, man.
This is my house now. And now it's in a bush.
Oh man, another Hallmark keepsake ornament, Adam, this time of the Enterprise D.
I'm gonna come over and scoop up all those Christmas ornaments, man.
Yeah, we are not a Christmas tree household, so these are yours for the taking. Some Star Trek magazines here.
Oh yeah, perfect for the top of a toilet tank in any home. Imagine being the photographer that took that picture. Hold up that one again. You see that picture of the cast everywhere. It's one of the best pictures. You know if you're the photographer, you got it with that.
We recently had a little photo sesh with a friend of DeSoto.
Yeah.
The key word was tasteful.
Who actually does those types of photos, and he did the analogous one for when they got them all back together for season 3 of Star Trek Picard, spoiler alert, and gave us each print of that photo, and I covet it. To have a print of that photo, amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Denny Den, friend of the show, who's just extremely talented.
Also would love to have a print of this one, the Picard and Riker with Gene on the bridge. That picture is on the cover of both of these magazines. Look at that.
Yeah. Uncredited.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows who took that picture? All right, I'm still digging stuff out of this box.
Dr. Star Trek knows. That guy knows everything.
What have we here? Why, it's a commemorative plate with the Starship Enterprise D on it. I've never seen this particular commemorative plate before. It's not one of the, weird sort of Uncanny Valley paintings of the cast, where especially Troy and Beverly look super strange.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Data looks particularly great on those plates either.
He doesn't.
Just for the audio-only FODs, that plate was the size of a coaster or like a tea coaster or something. Is that... What are we talking about here?
It's a porcelain mini plate with easel. I would guess, 3 inches in diameter.
That's the size all of them should be.
That's, yeah. When you see there's... reliably at the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas, there's one table in the merch hall that is pretty focused on the commemorative plates, and it is amazing how many of those got made over the years. When I think about how hard it is to make money as a consumer packaged goods company, or just a company that we sell 1 or 2 t-shirts every day on podshop.biz.
If we're lucky.
If we're fucking lucky, right. A company made plates that you can't even eat off of Star Trek shit and made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of variations on what that plate could be. And, they still are collectible for some reason.
The work of someone who toils within the Star Trek economy...
Yeah.
is great effort, but I think about the guy who schleps those plates from convention to convention. Of all the things to schlep.
Having to put the little slip of foam rubber in between each plate as you load them back into the Rubbermaid tubs that you put in the back of your van to go to the next convention.
FODs, you've gone to Star Trek conventions before and you've seen them. The person behind the banquet table, covered in the black duve, piled high with collectible plates.
Plates like this need your help, now more than ever.
Don't just walk by these tables and chuckle to your friend about what a pain in the ass those have got to be to schlep from convention to convention. Buy a plate. Take it off of this person's hand. Make it less of a job for them. They need your help, now more than ever. FODs, at the next convention you go to, I'm asking you, I'm begging you, buy a terrible porcelain plate.
Operators are standing by at 1-800-555-PLATE.
if you can't make it to a Star Trek convention, I'm being told operators are standing by at 206-984-4FUN. If you just call that number, you can request whatever plate you want and leave your billing and shipping information after the beep.
For the cost of just 5 or 6 cups of coffee a day for a year, you too can make sure a plate with Worf on it has a loving home.
Have you not made a terrible purchase lately? The terriblest could happen to you today. You want to do an episode, Ben?
Let me just show this one last item.
Okay.
We got like...
Oh, there it is.
Sick-ass Starship Enterprise Original Edition bomber jacket, like schematic bomber jacket.
And it's got like cuffs. Yeah.
Look at those
Look at
cuffs. Oh, man.
That is a too small for a Benjamin R. Harrison. Is it big enough for a Daron?
I think Daron will grow into this. But yeah, it's a size 14. I don't know what size 14 means, but
Ben, you're gonna have a incredible decision to make when Daron, finally old enough to dress himself for school, puts that thing on for the first time in the morning. Are you gonna jump on the social grenade that represents? It's a social grenade that could ruin his reputation forever, were he to wear it to school.
The amount of shame that I carry through the world with me that I could save him from.
Spool up that Sarah McLachlan music one more time. Ben, for the cost of a pair of scissors, you could destroy this thing before it has a chance to hurt your son. What do you think? Don't let it hurt anyone else.
It's something I'm going to have to give some consideration to. I think I have like at least a year or two before he fits into that. So
all right, that's fair. A lot of time to think.
Thank you, Josh and Kristen and Kevin Miller and Sarus Farafar for all of the great stuff you sent in today. Adam, what do you say we get into the episode we came to talk about?
Can't wait, Ben. It's Star Trek Enterprise Season 1, Episode 23. Appropriately, Michael Jordan's 23. Because I think we've got one of the greatest guest stars here in this episode. It's called Fallen Hero.
You're the captain, sir. You're entitled.
Not entitled to ramble on about something everyone knows.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the